Hello, here's some tips on how to avoid chips on your glass. I have an old grinder that comes from Glassdoor, and the grinder bit spins counterclockwise, so I go clockwise, basically against the way the grinder bit is spinning. This seems to help reduce the chips that the grinder can cause. I don't go back and forth in a seesaw motion. Obviously, see, going back and forth will remove a lot of the glass as you're going back and forth, but I've noticed that it also produces a lot of chips as well. So if you want to have less chips on your glass because you want to use 3/16 foil, and this is one method that really works. It does take more time because you're only going one way and one way only rather than going back and forth, but it produces a lot less chips. Another method to avoid chips is to also not put too much pressure from the glass against the grinder bit. That seems to help a lot. But again, everybody's in the pressure of getting things done, and you need a lot of patience, especially if you're just going one way and one way only, which does take more time. So that's one way to avoid it, especially if you're going to be using 3/16 foil and you really don't want to deal with the chips on the glass. Because 3/16, and depending on the thickness of the glass, it's only going to cover so much of the chips. Since majority of the time I use 7/32 foil, I generally don't ever have any issues with chips. But if you're going to use a thinner foil, and width-wise, basically that's one method of avoiding chips on your glass. I hope this helps in your adventure. Good luck.